Lowe's. This one matters. This is one of those stocks I keep an eye on for the overall economy and see what's going on in the U.S. economy. Okay, this Home Depot, the rail operators, obviously companies like UPS, FedEx. I always think these are all good barometers for going, knowing what's going on in the overall economy. Okay, Lowe's is reporting Tuesday before the bell. Now we know Home Depot reported not very good numbers, right? And revenues that are in the decline. Now, at this point in time, Lowe's is expected to have even a bigger decline. Their revenues are expected to go down 8.5% here in regards to this one. So I think it's just an important company overall to pay attention to. Keep an eye on it. They're going to tell you ultimately, when companies like Home Depot and Lowe's are doing really good, the economy in general in the United States of America is doing really good. When companies like Home Depot and Lowe's are reporting revenues that are going down, that generally means you're in a recessionary scenario. Like just look at it throughout history. I mean, almost every single time Home Depot and Lowe's have revenues that are going down, especially if it's quarter after quarter after quarter, that generally means you're in a bad economy for the U.S. economy. So I think it's one to just keep an eye on, pay attention to there. Trueflation numbers are getting so dang close to a 2. This is incredible, folks. Incredible. Down to a 3.03% trueflation number. Does this mean a 3 is in the bag for CPI? The next CPI comes out, if I recall, on the 13th of June. Okay, so about a little over 2 weeks from now. Does this mean a 3 is in the bag? Almost. This pretty much means a 3 in terms of the government numbers is almost in the bag now at this point in time, folks. Okay, almost in the bag. Everybody was expecting a mid-4, for this next CPI report. And I'm looking and I'm like, it's looking more and more like we're going to get a 3 for this next CPI report. If we don't, I can tell you it's going to be such a low 4. And if it isn't, then the government numbers are broken, right? And you can make an argument that the government numbers are broken. Trueflation was at 11, 12% back last summer. Government numbers only showed us at 9% or so, right? So in regards to this is the ideal scenario. The ideal scenario is playing out here in regards to this. And, the thing is, you can't just get 1 month and then the Fed's going to be like, we're going to lower rates. You need to get continued month after month after month after month of either 2s and 3s. At that point in time, then the Fed can take a victory lap and say, you know what, we've officially won against inflation. And but they don't want to do that too soon, because they already lost so much credibility over time. They don't want to be in a situation where they say, you know what, we won, and then inflation ticks back higher, and all of a sudden it's at 4s and 5s or something again, or 6s, and all of a sudden they have to raise again. They've got to let this play out for several months. Once it plays out for several months, and you're getting in those 2s, then they'll take their victory lap and announce that they won against inflation, right? And who knows, inflation can always come back a year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now. That can always be a situation. But in terms of taking a victory lap, they'll probably wait till at least fall time or winter time, in my opinion, to take that victory lap in regards to that. Now, the company I'm most excited for Tuesday after the bell is Toll Brothers. Why am I so excited to see Toll Brothers numbers? The reason being is this is going to tell you what's going on in the luxury home market. Is that market getting any better, right? We know Toll Brothers sells by far and away the most expensive homes of any of the public home builders, right? Which almost all the big home builders in the United States of America are public companies. And the great thing about that is we can see all their numbers. But Toll Brothers, I'm excited to see what's going on with their contracts and their backlog. Is there any life to this real estate market on the higher end or not? Okay. We know in their last quarter, contracts were down 50% year over year, and their backlog down 30+%, right? So their backlog's been shrinking massively. Their contract's been shrinking massively. Ultimately, for a home builder, this spells doom over time. Now, Toll Brothers is at almost an all-time high, and many of these home building stocks are. And the belief is all these companies are going to make a lot of money off all these homes they've sold and are going to deliver over this next year, and the backlog will take care of itself. Well, I can tell you, this next 2 to 3 quarters is everything for these home builders, because if their backlogs don't turn around, then their numbers are going to start reporting in 24 and 25 are going to be really, really bad. And so this is extremely important time over this next few quarters for companies like Toll Brothers. And so I'm just genuinely really excited to see what is going on there, man, because it's been really bad and they need this to turn around. You know, everybody's turning a blind eye to this right now and acting like it doesn't matter. But I can tell you, run these numbers over a few more quarters and tell me what their backlog starts looking like, right? This is a very important time for a company like Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers numbers just came out. By the way, I appreciate everybody subscribe to the channel. Thanks for being here, folks. Toll Brothers numbers just got reported about an hour ago or so, okay? These were very intriguing. This goes into the divergences that I'm talking about in the market, okay? Net income came in at a great number, $320 million. That's versus $220 million at the same time last year. Pre-tax income came in at $430 million versus $295 in the same quarter last year. Phenomenal numbers as far as that goes. Home sales revenue came in at $2.5 billion. That's up 14% compared with the same quarter the previous year. And that means a closed deal, actually, like everything was completed, okay? Now, here's where divergence happens. Net signed contracts came in with a value of $2.3 billion. That's down 26% on a year-over-year basis. Contracted homes were down 19% on a year-over-year basis. Backlog value decreased 28% compared to the same quarter last year. Homes in backlog decreased 36% on a year-over-year basis, right? And this is where you get this divergence. Gross margins came in better than expected. And so a lot of the numbers look definitely amazing for Toll Brothers. There's no debating that. Like Toll Brothers numbers in terms of what they're putting up here, revenue-wise, margin-wise, and net income-wise are amazing. But, and this is a big but, okay, we have a major, major issue. And I mean a massive issue, okay? Check this out. This shows you units and dollar amounts by region in terms of new contracts coming through, okay? Look at this. This is for the 6 months ended April 30th, okay? The mountain region, which consists of, if I recall, the mountain region consists of Arizona, Las Vegas, Colorado, if I recall. Maybe New Mexico in there. I can't quite remember, okay? And so mountain region is down over 50%, folks. Over 50% in terms of units, right? That's incredible. Dollar amount down well over 50%. That's incredible. The Pacific region is also having a whole host of problems right now. Those numbers are down 50% and 50% roughly in terms of the Pacific region. So this goes to show you there's major weakness in the housing market in the mountain region, in the Pacific region specifically, folks. And this is where the housing market, the real estate market is so confusing right now. And you even look at something like this. I saw this on CNBC. They were showing builder divergence, right? New home sales is the blue, right? Orange is existing home sales, and pending home sales is the green. And look at existing home sales. Pending home sales are still in a massively bad place, but new home sales, basically this entire year, has been pretty much ticking up and ticking up. So it's such a confusing real estate market. I don't put too much weight in anything in the real estate market right now, okay? I think it is one of those sorts of markets, if you really know what you're doing, you can participate in this sort of real estate market. But I think the folks that don't really know what they're doing, I don't think this is the market for you in terms of the real estate market. And so, you know, unless you're thinking about buying a property for the next 5, 10, 15 years, it's a different situation. But yeah, it's definitely a very confusing time. And I mean, even real estate experts that just spend all day, every day looking at real estate numbers have been wrong about a lot, to be honest. And I follow a lot of these folks, and a lot of them have been wrong about a lot of expectations in regards to the housing market. It's been a really intriguing market. And you look at the housing stocks going into today, these stocks sold off, which clearly shows you that there was worries. Everybody knew Toll Brother numbers are coming after the earnings, right? Or after the bell. So there was a little worry about what could happen here, and all those stocks sold off. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. As of right now, Toll Brother stock is up after hours.